All right, with this WESH2 Facebook Live update, I'm Chief Meteorologist Tony Mainolfi, and I tell you what, it was a dry but a hot Monday. While that's going on, Ida's pulling out of Louisiana, but generating a boatload of rain through the southeast and now the Ohio Valley. Flooding concerns are a major one there as we go through the next couple of days, and even the Northeast is not going to escape this one. We think there's going to be some significant flooding potential up there as well. All right, let's kind of check on in here and see who's in. Joseph Sinopoli, Carla Deem, Denise Roccia Di Virgilio, and Savio Pena, Eric Hutchinson, Danielle McGinnis. Good to have you good folks in here. Sharon Matthews, Angela Walker, good evening to you. Man, a killer group in here on a Monday night. I love it. Cindy Henson, good evening to you. Now, our weather is going to change here as we go through the next couple days. Some of the byproduct of Ida going by to the north is going to give us a better chance for some rain. Donna Olmos, Joe Bellissimo, Sharon Yerby, Michael Zahner, and Denny Smith. Lieutenant Nicole Delior has popped in. Good group here. Look at this, 110 live viewers on a Monday. I'll take that any day of the week. All right, let's switch this puppy on over and kind of show you what's going on. And here you go. So we've got Ida coming up in the Tennessee Valley. We've got an area that may be developing here on that monsoonal trough down there in the southwestern Caribbean. Cheryl Sanders, T.C. Reed, Susan, Danielle. It's hitting Huntington right now, but the whole state's going to get wet, by the way. Maureen Miller, Sandy Lowenthal, Tina O'Wedding, all popping in. And then a new invest has just come off the west coast. So we've got some ground to cover here. Let's begin with Ida, and we'll show you that it is going to be going right over the West Virginia mountains there. Going to make that hook right over Elkins and Lewisburg, and then over towards Bristol, Tennessee, Chattanooga, all in the flood area. Yes, it is in Huntington. Elizabeth, David Ritter, Jennifer Heinbaugh, Shelley Nicole. Don't forget, my motto, sharing is caring. The more people we can reach by you guys sharing these Facebook Live feeds, following and liking, also gives you that information when I'm jumping on to kind of give you a heads up about the weather, whether it's good or bad. It's not always going to be bad, just so you know. I'm not a Debbie Downer. Debbie Cochran, Vivid Saunders, Nadia Lambert, Elizabeth Marshall. Yep, I saw that. Saw that today. Oh, yeah. Let's take a look at the tropical storm right now, or depression, excuse me, just north of Jackson, Mississippi, and it's pulling up to the northeast now at about 9 miles an hour. Teresa Griffiths, Jamie Lewis Underwood, Christina Figueroa. So there it is. The storm is on the move. We'll go ahead and play it out, go through Futurecast here. And you can see, look at that rain into Georgia, into the Panhandle. And then inching back towards West Virginia and Virginia, producing what we believe is going to be some significant rainfall. You'll see that coming on here. Crystal, good to have you. Erica Roman, sharing is caring. Cindy, correct. Look at that. Big swath of rain right there over the next couple of days. Now, take a look at the flooding tonight to this evening, and then tomorrow, shifting northeastward. Cindy, Jose Mercado, Nadia Lambert. It is awful. Lori Pack. There you go, Lori. Well said. Vivid Saunders, Teresa, Ellen, Eileen, Denise, Debbie. Is that what? Asheville's got a good chance to get some flooding rains. That is correct, Debbie. Sorry, Miss Corchin. All right, let's take a look at it from a different perspective. Why is it being steered in this direction? Well, we've got a cold front approaching St. Louis, so that's going to start to swing this up towards the north and the east, and hopefully move it a bit more quickly here. That's one of the things we're going to be watching. So there you go, and then there's your satellite radar perspective. Front near St. Louis. Heavy rain in the Ohio Valley. There's the visible presentation. Look at those. Oh, look at that. Storms right there. There's the visible. We're losing it because of daylight. That's pretty wild. Now, let's talk about the other storms here, and then we're going to tackle our local weather because I'm going to make that connection here with Ida. Mark, good to have you there. Jesse, Kristen, sorry about that yawning there. Just had a nice big full dinner. September the 10th. Tomorrow's the last day of August. We ramp it on up. And then there's a little secondary max in the middle of October. But let's take a look now. Again, we talked about Ida. Now let's spend a little time on Kate. Daphne King. Connecticut's going to do well with rain also, based on the latest track. There's Kate. Kate is moving due north now at about 10 miles an hour. Expected to not be an issue for the United States. Always some good news when we hear that. There you go. And here's the models on Kate, just so you guys know that we have good agreement. Margarita pizza sounds good. Steve Doug Martis. Well, it came in a swampy portion of Louisiana where the waters were pretty warm. So that's why I think it took a little bit longer for it to wind down. Once it got away from the marshland there of southern Louisiana, then it had the chance to wind down. And also, remember, it was also slowing down, so it took a little bit longer for it to get away from that, the bayous and all the waters down there in southern Louisiana. It's a good question. Brad, working on it. Daphne, you're welcome. Darlene, hello. Juan, well said. All right, so that's Kate. Let's take a look at Invest 90. I think this is the one we're going to have to watch for significant development. Not to say that it's coming to the United States. I don't think it is, but I think this one has a real good chance of developing. The models take it west-northwest and then north-northwest. And then the last piece of energy is more of a monsoonal trough that may try to develop into a broad area of low pressure over the next couple of days. So there you go. Donna McCree, you are too kind to me. Thank you. All right, now, I do want to show you some of the long-range models on Invest 90, the one that's coming off the west coast of Africa. And you can see, look at that. There's the Euro. And there's the GFS. GFS, not as adamant about development, but the Euro is going gun-ho with a big old eye and developing storm. And then late in the game there, the GFS decides, oh, maybe we will develop this thing. But you can see right there the differences between the two. And in fact, we get a little front coming in the next couple of days, a little something. There's that little trough that comes into the Yucatan Peninsula on Friday and then gets kind of pulled apart by another little developing cold front. And then there's that little ball of energy, couple balls of energy in the eastern tropical Atlantic, but again, none that screamed development heading our way. Now, the last wave there on the GFS is interesting towards the Leeward Islands on the 9th. Let's see what the Euro does. So the Euro has a little developed there in the southwestern Caribbean, and then it just kind of gets ripped apart. The Euro's definitely going gun-ho with that storm system there, and another one right behind it. So a couple different features here. So we noticed the progression of drier air across the continental United States, a sign that fall is not that far around the corner. So, and we'll see if that's going to have any impact on the three waves that come off the west coast of Africa there. So plenty to watch. Nothing of concern right now. So I put together a couple graphics today. Katie Ann, Leslie Ann. Oh, Les, you totally read my mind. Loving it. Joanne Agristo, good to have you there. Katie is a thing. Yes, you are. You're big time, girl. But you're not coming our way, so you're well behaved, big time. Got out of Clinton, heading back to Ormond. We will have trouble. You're gonna hit some rain. There's no doubt about that. Sue Raymond has popped in. So we had Julian for day, Kate, Larry would be the next big storm. Nadia, neither. We're kind of neutral right now. We're in between. So we're 0. Vived Saunders, Kerry Lee Johnson. Yeah, Monday. It's a good day. So there's the storm names. We've had 1, 2, 3, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yep. 11 named storms, 4 hurricanes, and 7 tropical storms. Now, someone was asking about the Saffir-Simpson scale. So Ida was a Cat 4, Daphne. We need cooler weather. You had Cat 4 with winds of 130 to 156. Well, we peaked at 150, by the way. And that brings catastrophic devastation to land areas. And not very much is still standing with that. So an even better comparison, when you look at the wind damage by category, a Category 5 is 500 times more powerful than a Category 1 just because the wind speeds. So there we go. Invest 90, Katie, just came off the west coast of Africa. We'll watch that, and probably going to have another invest in the southwestern Caribbean. So yeah, the power of a hurricane goes up exponentially as the categories go up. From a Cat 1 to Cat 2, Cat 2 is 10 times more powerful than a Cat 1. Cat 3 is 5 times more powerful than a Cat 1. And then a 4 is 250 times more powerful than a 1. So, yeah, and a Cat 5 is 2 times more powerful than a Category 4. Yeah, well, we don't go Greek anymore. They're done with the Greek names. So there's a supplemental list if we have to. Natalie, and that is correct. I did see that as well, 185. Now, locally, well, actually, somebody wanted to see the other invest, so let me go ahead and show Katie Ann that. Here we go. Invest 90, and probably going to have an invest in the southwestern Caribbean here over the next day or two. Molly Johnson, you as well. Aaron Craycraft, hanging in there, my man. Michelle Attardi, good evening to you. Always a pleasure to have you in here. Locally, let's do some local weather. Karen Rasmussen, Debbie Bezor, you're welcome. Jennifer Schofield. And don't forget, if you haven't followed the page, please go ahead and do so. Every time I go live, by you giving me a follow, you'll get a notification, giving you a little weather update, whether it's good or bad. So there's the bands of tropical moisture. Look at that. Woo! Big time spin right there. Look at that heavy rain now. Just spinning and churning. So for us, when you look at those areas of moisture, watch what happens here. There it is. There's Tuesday approaching. And then on Wednesday, it drops on in. How about that? David Ritter. Cray cray, says Vivian. That's, yeah, cray cray. So here's a look at tomorrow. Best chance for showers and storms on the eastern side of the peninsula. So there you go. Joanna Gristo, appreciate you as well. Thank you for the kind words. There you go, David Ritter. And Michelle Attardi, sharing is caring. Yes. All right, so now forecast highs for tomorrow. Another scorcher. Diane Irene has popped in. She's giving me the thumbs up. There it is. Going to be a hot one, whether it's the coast or the inland areas. Now, let's do this. Let's go out and kind of show you what's happening here. There's Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. You can see the showers and storms with the potential for up to 1.5, maybe even 2 inches of rain in a few locales. So there you go. Katie and Ugg. Sorry, Katie. And then the weekend. This is a long holiday weekend, Labor Day weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Couple showers and storms around, but not too bad as of right now. Continue to keep you posted on that. David Ritter was in Alaska next week. Whew. Abby Silva, it is a good evening. You are correct. Now let's take a look at the updated 7-day forecast. And you can see Tuesday 93, Wednesday coming in at 90. Rob Rutherford. That's a great question. Now there's a ton of help going their way, so we're hoping soon. They got to pump the water out. That's the first thing they're going to do. Family in Maryland are concerned about rainfall. Yep, that's going to be a problem. It's not that bad. Weekend 40% chance of rain, Katie. You don't like that? What's the matter, Katie? Katie, why are you so mad? Don't be so mad. Katie, I gotta tease you, Katie. Just yes, normal thunderstorms. There you go, girl. Victoria Harrison Magoo. Victoria, give Katie a big hug for me. She needs some love. You're gonna be in Disney. Gotcha. Are you running? Is there a race this weekend? Or you're just gonna have fun. Ellen, dang, forgot about Labor Day. Yeah, man, 3-day weekend. Whoop whoop. Lloyd Bowen and Gina Incardone. I missed the thunderstorms, Joanne. We've had plenty of them. You saw Glacier. Nice, Dave. Awesome. Gina, Port Orange. 5th birthday. Man, she's a growing up, isn't she? She's 5 already? Justin Godwin. Daphne King Preston. Bada bing, bada boom. Bada bing, bada boom. Phil, I don't understand that. You make all that money. You've got to be professional about it. Eileen Deliz. So we'll see. Hopefully they can figure it out. Yes, they are, Natalie. All right, so now let's look for signs of fall. Somebody wanted to know about that. I'm all about that. That's correct, Juan. A little cooler in the Northeast and the Ohio Valley and in the Pacific Northwest. Somebody was asking if there's any snow in the higher peaks. And melted. They did have a little bit of snow last week. Gina, 90 is going to develop, but it's going to, we think, stay out to sea. So no worries. Don't sweat it, girl. No stress. Sal Perone, always a pleasure to have you. Cold air is starting to build back up north of the border now. We're starting to see that. Point Barrow is at 35. Nome is at 49. Inuvik is at 59. Fort Ross is at 36. Iqaluit is at 39. Baker Lake is at 54. System coming into the Pacific Northwest means cooler weather. 87 in Billings, 82 in Saskatoon. Washington, D.C. is at 79. I am a meteorologist, Victoria, yes, for WESH2. 91 in Denver, 97 in Vegas, 94 in Houston. Nassau is at 84. Belize City is at 86. Caracas is at 77. Katie's saying yes. Bogota is at 57. Well said, Juan. Manaus 73. La Paz 48. Santiago 50. Punta Arenas 39. Buenos Aires, Argentina 61. Cape Town 52. Look at that. Luanda 72. Riyadh 90. Cairo 81. Rabat 68. Berlin 59. Oslo 52. Surgut at 46. That cold air is building up in Siberia as well. Cooler air. 50 in Bishkek. Bratsk 59. Yakutsk at 52. Oh, gotcha, Vicky. Thank you, Phil. Ulaanbaatar, Mongolia 55. Sapporo 72. Shanghai 86. Ho Chi Minh City 79. Jakarta 81. Darwin 84. Perth, Australia 59. Bora Bora Nome 81. Melbourne at 54. And Hobart Airport 59. Christchurch coming at 46. Correct, Joanne. Dominique Evermond, hello to you. Jess, keep that on the down low. Let's not say too much about that. Justin, I'm hoping it's going to be about normal time. We don't start cooling down here until October, most years. Very rare in September, but it can happen. I'm not saying it can't happen. So let's go back to that satellite loop, and you can see some of that energy there with our storm system coming across the southeast. And some of that moisture is going to start to build in over our way as we get you into Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. In fact, let me show you the 4K. Dominique, sure can. Yep. Susan Kuhn. Jess Atkinson. What's up, Jay? JA. Looks a little bit more moisture tomorrow, not too bad, but on Wednesday, you can see much higher coverage of showers and storms as we start getting into more of the moisture with our tropical depression. Invest 90. Gina is going to stay out to sea. Betty Ann Wang, always a pleasure to have you. Nina Marie. Nina, what's cooking, girl? What's happening? Gonna have to get some makeup there. I'm running low. I have to get my MAC order in. Yeah, we got to wear makeup with these HD lights, folks. All right, somebody wanted to go over to Tropics again, so let's do that for them. Nina Marie, the Nina native. John Hanson, what's up, big dog? Whoop, whoop. All right, so there's a look at the Tropics. Very, very busy. Nina, I'm glad you like that. I have a sense of humor. Allison Evans has popped in. Sue Ellen Pistorius. Lady Lake has popped in. Man, the whole gang is in the house tonight. Look at that. You're welcome. Bella Verg. What the what? Yeah, that's what we use here at the station with this HD lighting. All right, 90% chance of developing there with our invest coming off the west coast of Africa. There we go. Katie, 20% there for the wave there in the southwestern Caribbean. You're too kind, Vived. Rubia! There's your shout out. Ru, what have you been up to, girl? Miss Zenith Lighting Company. Edna Smith. All right, so let's break these puppies down here for you guys and gals. All right, so there it is. Tropical Depression Ida. There you go. Thank you for sharing the feed. And by the way, if you are new to the feed and haven't followed the page, go ahead and do so, because every time I go live, you'll get a little notification on your phone and a little update on what's going on. And I don't always break in just to give you, bad weather. I mean, if the weather's nice, I'm going to let you know about that too. Some of you are busy people. You don't catch a normal newscast. Well, another way to get weather at your fingertips on your phone. All right, there's Ida. You got to take its sweet time moving through the mid-Atlantic and the Northeast. Rose. Ruby Tuesday. That's tomorrow. There's Friday. There's Thursday. Well, finally pulls away. The rainfall. Debbie Johnson Picolella. Hope I said that right. Picolella. Miss Picolella. Lakeland. Mark Davis has popped in. There you go. Big time rains. 3 to 5, 4 to 8, 5 to 7. And flooding concerns are there. There's no doubt about that. From Georgia, Tennessee, Kentucky, over towards West Virginia. Bella Verk, no problema, senorita. I hope Bama beats Miami. Look at that. College fans in the house already. Digging it. There you go. There's Ida Schmeida moving up to the northeast. Kim Bird. She's got her Alabama Crimson Tide ready to go. There's our storm. There's a little peeky weeky. Nothing too different on that. The rest of the storms, let's head out. Now remember, the peak hurricane season is around the 10th of September. So we're less than 2 weeks away from the peak of hurricane season. There it is. Invest 90. Got a 90% chance of development. Let me double check one thing there. Yep, 90%. I'm going to do something there. Invest. Can't do that there. All right. Boom. There it is. All right. Bam. So there's Kate. All right. There's Kate moving north. Winds now at 40 with Kate. Kate is not going to be too much of an issue. Abby Silva. Abby, I'm going to show you a few things that we're watching, but not too concerned at this point. There you go, Daff. The Daffster, the Daffinator, the Daffalina, the Daffodil. She's popped in. All right, so that's a look at Kate. Let's move on. Ruby. Rubia. Ruby, I'm just doing my job. I'm glad you find me entertaining and helpful. It's always a good thing. Daphne King Preston. Red buttons. There you go, Daff. I like that. It's always 5 o'clock somewhere, right? Zenith Lighting Company. Where's that located, Ruby? Rubia. Hello from Ocala. Beth Bayer Summers. Boom! There it is. Vived, you're killing me today, Vived. All right, so that's a look at Invest 90. So what's going on with 90? 90's got a chance to develop. I'm going to show you the European versus the GFS here in a second. Milagros Rodriguez. Ooh, some of the other models popping in now. I love that. Going west, then northwest. We got some of the afternoon models there. Love seeing that. Swing, 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 swing. All right, so let's do this. I wanted to show you the American there we go. Jerome Tyson. Thank you, Jerome. Definitely entertaining, Jennifer. I know you mean that in the kindest of ways, Miss Jenny. Yvonne Power. There we go. Nowhere Beach is in the house. Oh, well, that's a good. Well, they form because somebody wanted to know why these waves form off the west coast of Africa. They actually don't form right off the west. Well, some of them can this time of year because the water is warm enough. I want to get to that here. Let me just. I want to play this out here for you. Then I'm going to get back to that. Corey Knight, which is a great question, by the way. So there's a wave right there. That's Invest 90, and the GFS green is not really sure what to do with it. The European is saying, you know what, you're going to develop and you're going to become something very big and very strong and very powerful. So if I'm in Bermuda and I'm seeing this, I'm concerned. Something to watch. This is going out to 9/9. That's 10 days from now. So this is not 100% guaranteed. I just want to make sure everybody's clear on that. In fact, it can go more to the west. It can go more to the east. This is really the first true run of Invest 90, and we just got to watch the trends, and that's why I like to show these so you can see the trends with me, and I can put you in my position. Mark Davis, that is correct. So now that wave is a wave, but what will happen, as Mark clearly indicated, is that look, the waters get warmer as it moves more to the west. Now there's a little wedge of cooler water here. As these fall storms get going, they start pulling in cooler air and strong winds, which then begin to bring in a cooling effect off the west coast of Africa. But that doesn't really start kicking in until, mid to late September. So from now until, the latter half of September, we're watching these waves as they come off the west coast of Africa. So they come off. If they come up here, it's too cool. If they come down here, then they, where are they being steered? Where's the high? Is the high over here and saying, okay, you're going to go this way? Or is the high up here and it gives it the chance to kind of come this way? And then does a front come in and push the high back and open up a clearing for this storm to go north? And that's what's going on with Kate. And that's possibly what's going to be going on with Invest 90. So again, Invest 90 for now is forecast to do something like this. So we'll see. Cindy, Corey Knight, Lorraine, thank you for the update. Yes, that's what I'm here for. That is what I am here for. So we'll watch Invest 90 again if you missed it. The European computer model just really wants to blow this one up. Again, for the most part, though, keeping it out to sea through the 9th. With maybe potentially eyes on Bermuda. That's something we'd have to watch. Vived, you were too kind to me. So there you go. That's part of the thinking. So if I show you the water vapor channel, the moisture You can see that little moisture plume there in the southern Caribbean. That's the 20% we're watching now. And then there's your other two storms. And then the GFS does something a little weird. It has another wave that kind of is an offshoot of the first one, and that one goes due west. But one thing the GFS is pretty adamant on is it's got a lot of these fronts digging in to the deep south. And it's interesting because the European, there you go, Bella Verg. Victoria, yes. Abby Silva, you are welcome. Corey Knight, you're welcome. So the Euro has a front almost to Orlando by Friday. And that's part of the reason why we're going to get a lot of rain. But that creates a wall east of Bermuda or around Bermuda. And that first storm kind of gets pulled up into that. And there you go. And then there's a couple other behind it. So, you know, September 10th, peak of the hurricane season, and conceivably there could be something in the western Gulf coming ashore. There could be a named storm there southeast of Bermuda. There could be another named storm south and east of that one. Certainly two more waves are possible in the Cabo Verde Islands. And then another one pretty far to the south. So a lot to watch. You know, Steve, way too early to jump on any model just yet. So there's the wave coming off Africa right now by the Euro. And then here's the GFS. Also has something off the west coast of Africa. Here's real time. So both the models see it coming off the west coast of Africa, but they both differ on how quickly they want to develop it and where it goes. So I think over the next 2 to 3 days we'll have a much better feel for where it's going to head. Michelle Zana, you're welcome. Brian, that is on the table. So what's happening is a front's going to catch up with the moisture with Ida and then drive south into central Florida. So that'll give us some decent rain chances, I believe, as we get you into Wednesday and Thursday. Sammy the Bull Lopez, good to have you there. So that's a look at that. All right, let me wrap it up here with a look at the 7-day forecast. And again, if you're in here and you haven't liked or followed my page yet, a follow will get you notifications from me when I go live, which is good in case you're out running errands or you're at an event, or one of your children has sporting, after school sporting activity. You can always get the weather while in the bleachers at their games, their matches, or what have you. 7-day forecast: Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. As you can see, rain chances start going up, temperatures start coming down. Saturday and Sunday, a 40% chance for showers and storms both Saturday and Sunday. Don't forget, this is a long holiday weekend for many. It is Labor Day weekend, so the weather does look to be a little bit better by then. Jennifer Schofield, you as well. All right, gang, I'm going to rock and roll, make some updates here, and get ready for tonight's 10 o'clock on the CW18 and again at 11 on WESH2 News. So I hope to see you tonight. If not, I'll be back on Facebook Live again, as always, right around 8 o'clock. The rest of the week, well, actually through Thursday, because I'm off Friday and Monday. Got a nice long day weekend. A long 4-day weekend, I should say. All right, gang. Toodles, take care, stay safe. Thanks for popping in. Love your questions, you guys. Stay safe, wear your masks, and get those vaccines if you haven't done so already. All right? See ya.